It looks like it's going to be a long season. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Raps Report, a podcast where I talk about the Raptors and the NBA. I'm your host, Luca Rosano, and I hope you're all doing well. I could be doing a heck of a lot better as the Raptors lose to the Pelicans again. 120-116 as they're now 1-4 on the season. What is going on, people? Before I talk about tonight's game, because boy, do I ever have a lot to say, please do me a solid favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, plus ring that bell. We're so close to 19K. Help me hit that mark. Feel free to follow me on social media where we can keep the conversation rolling. That's Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And consider becoming a channel member today to receive custom perks and emojis for all my videos and live streams. You will be featured in the credits of every Raps Report episode, and you will get a special shout out. Speaking of which, special shout out to Henry Young, who just joined as an all-star channel member. Thank you so much, Henry. Your support is greatly appreciated. Again, guys, if you want to become a channel member today and help support the channel, you can do so by hitting that join button where you can become an all-star or superstar channel member. Okay, I know you all have a lot to say about this game, and I don't even know where to start. Where should we start? Let's start with Pascal Siakam. I feel like I've been talking about this guy so much, and I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but Pascal Siakam, what is going on with this guy right now? I mean, I have no idea. It's got to be psychological at this point, right? It has to be. Pascal Siakam is having a breakdown right in front of our eyes, folks. I mean, he fouls out for the second straight game. He missed last game after getting benched as Nick Nurse disciplined him for walking off the court in that game against the Sixers. And tonight, he was awful, inconsistent, couldn't get his offense going, sloppy defensively, committing silly fouls. His attitude, his demeanor, it's off. This is far from the player that we saw pre-bubble and far from the player that we saw during the Raptors championship run. Like, what is going on with this guy right now? I honestly don't have a clue. His confidence is shot. He is pinned as being the guy on this team, and right now he is playing far from that title. If this Raptors team wants any chance of doing anything this season, they need Pascal Siakam to step up. They need Pascal Siakam to be better. And if he's not going to be better, the Raptors might as well explore some trade options for him. Because this is not just one game anymore for Siakam. This is multiple games. This is going back to last playoff run. This is going back to last bubble. This dude's got to get his act together. He cannot be this bad when we need to count on him to come through. And funny enough, when Siakam sat on the bench because he had just fouled out, the Raptors went on a run. And I thought the Raptors were actually going to pull off this win and come back in an improbable way, as they almost did. They started shooting the lights out. So it's just strange what's happening right now. But yeah, something's clearly going on that we don't know about. But listen, I don't want to put the entire blame on Pascal Siakam because this Raptors team has not been the same. They have not looked the same, and they ain't it right now. Like, something is missing from this team. They do not strike the same confidence that they did a year ago. And I don't know about you guys, but every time they're on offense, I'm holding my breath, damn it. I mean, their three-point shooting collectively was atrocious again, 29% from the field. They just don't have consistent offense. And we saw it again here tonight. And if it wasn't for that fourth quarter run, similar to the one that we had against the Knicks, the Pelicans would have won this game by double digits. The Raptors are clearly missing that go-to scorer. They're clearly missing that guy who can create a shot. And they're clearly missing a guy who can get to the foul line and get a couple free throws when needed to. There was a big glaring difference in this game between the Raptors and the Pelicans. You saw when the Raptors were making their run, what happened? Brandon Ingram, who had a monstrous game tonight, he got to the foul line, and he basically changed momentum by getting to the foul line And he is a player that can create his own shot. The Raptors are missing that type of guy. I credit OG Anunoby in the final minute for trying to get something going to the rim, trying to, create something for the referees to call, and he did go to the foul line. Granted, he did go 1 of 2. Tonight, the free throw discrepancy was horrible. And if you want to blame it on the officiating, so be it. But the Pelicans had 28 free throw attempts. And in the fourth quarter alone, which was most by any team in any quarter since March 6th of 2018, when Houston took 29 in the fourth quarter against OKC. The Raptors are being outshot right now at the free throw. But the thing is, if the Raptors are not going to be penetrating, if the Raptors are not going to be at least trying to get to the basket, the referees are not going to be issuing those calls. I will say this about the officiating. I thought it was very poor, especially in that fourth quarter. I'm not one to blame the officials, but when the Pelicans shoot that many times from the free throw line, that's a problem. And not only that, but how did the officials not give the Raptors the foul call when they fouled Jrue Holiday with a couple seconds left? Instead, they called it when Jrue Holiday gave it to Ingram, who is a much better free throw shooter. Like, that didn't add up. I was literally livid, as you can see in the live stream, that the Raptors did not get that call. I think the story so far has been Nick Nurse's battles against the referees. We don't want to be battling the refs. We want to be battling the other team and getting W's. You look at the Raptors tonight, Boucher was phenomenal. To look at some bright spots, 24 points. Fred VanVleet was the first star tonight, 27 points in 40 minutes. He caught fire late. OG Anunoby was good. He hit a couple big shots in the fourth quarter. Norman Powell had a solid game as well, 12 points. Outside of Boucher and Powell, though, we had no other production. Terrence Davis only had 5 minutes. Malachi didn't play tonight. And we did not see Matt Thomas. I do not know what's going on with that. I thought we were going to see much more Matt Thomas with the offense this season, but he got no minutes tonight. The Raptors were out-rebounded heavily tonight, 51-39. And on the offensive glass, 15-10. Our lack of a front court really showed up tonight as the Raptors got beat up on the glass. I mean, you look at Aaron Baines, he only had 5 rebounds. That's not going to cut it for your starting center. And then Alex Len, he only got 7 minutes and he did much of nothing. You look at the Pelicans, Steven Adams had 10 rebounds, and Josh Hart with 8 rebounds had more rebounds than Aaron Baines. Granted, Fred VanVleet had more rebounds than Aaron Baines. The Raptors have an issue with their lack of depth, lack of productivity from their front court, especially when Siakam is playing as bad as he is in these games. Things got to turn around quickly, because if they don't, this 1-4 start can turn into 1-5 because we got the Celtics on Monday. It can turn into 1-6 because we got the Suns on Wednesday. And right now, the Suns are the best team in the NBA record-wise. So if the Raptors don't figure this thing out quickly, this season can get away from us, especially since it's a shortened season. Adjustments have to be made. And it starts with Nick Nurse, finding rotations, the right rotations that work. He hasn't even done that yet. It's like a different rotation every night. You never know what you're going to get, who's going to get minutes, who's not going to play. And then it stems down to the Raptors' main players, the Siakams, the VanVleets, the OG Anunobys. But Fred VanVleet has actually been really good lately, and so has OG Anunoby on both sides of the ball. It's the big talking point that is Pascal Siakam. Once again, not showing up, and he has not showed up at all this season. And we all thought he was due for a revenge season. Yeah, well, you can flush that down the toilet. Because right now, the Raptors look better when Siakam is on the damn bench. So that's it, guys. Give the Pelicans their credit. That's a good team. All 5 of their starters scoring in double figures. If that team can just get a little bit more bench help, I mean, that's going to be a scary team, man. We might be talking about the Pelicans making it to Western Conference Finals in the next couple of years. As for the Raptors, you got to figure it out quick, because the East is getting better. You keep playing like this, you might not even make the playoffs. It's a reality that's staring everybody in the face right now, especially if you're a Raptors fan. So that's it, guys. Just want to give you my quick thoughts. Oh, my mic went a little crooked there. Let me know what you thought of the game. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Ring that bell. Let me know what optimism you have left for this team, and just give me your raw thoughts on the Raptors' latest game against the Pelicans. I'll be going live again on Monday, doing a live reaction and play-by-play as the Raptors take on the Celtics, and then following that game, I'll be doing a Raps Report podcast. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Till next time, be great and stay blessed. Peace.